You know, it's funny because you would think that there's a lot of difference. For me, there's not. As an editor, I focus on story exclusively and emotion. And my personal editing philosophy is every frame matters. And if there's something in the film that's not helping to tell the story, regardless of if it's a drama or a comedy or, thriller, I want to get it out. The farewell was no different. It had moments of it that were very still, where not a lot was happening on screen, but every single frame of that was chosen to the frame, like to create space for emotion and tell the story. And this is no different. I treat it no different whatsoever. Yeah, I actually cut. There was a screenwriter, Jeff Lowell, and I cut his first feature as a director. And I always think back to what he said, and he described jokes as tiny, delicate creatures. And there's 1,000 ways to step on them, and really only one way to help them grow and flourish. So, in that regard, comedy does require a little bit of extra attention. But, once you've done it, it's not hard. It's just making sure you protect your babies. The best directors are able to let go of preconceived notions and find what the film wants to be, is the way I like to put it, because once you get into the cutting room and you have the contributions of the DP and the contributions of the actor and the contributions of the writer, of course, there's something bigger than the sum of the parts. And I kind of view my role as like a midwife almost, where I'm helping with the birthing of this, and it can be painful. A lot of times it involves cutting out stuff that is not only necessarily not good, but sometimes really good. There was a scene in the farewell that took place in between the time at the end of the movie when Billy said goodbye to her grandmother and she arrived back in New York. There was a scene in the taxi cab where Billy turns to her mom, and they shot it, and asked her mom, what if you or dad get cancer? Do you want me to lie to you? And the mom says, no, of course not. What are you, nuts? And it's a great scene. It's a beautiful scene. But we had to take it out because the emotional power of Billy saying goodbye to the grandmother and then landing in that empty apartment was just overwhelming. But people can see the scene. It's on the DVD. We even went back and color corrected it and mixed it and polished it. It's a beautiful scene. That's often the hardest part of the process, and directors who can do that are the great directors.